Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Tea, Treat and Travel with Moo. Hi again. My name is Mahmood, though most people call me Moo. I'm the founder of Moo's Jewels on the Beach, and I help people travel more, travel better, travel for less, and connect with a positive community so they can enjoy life now, not someday, and create meaningful memories that they will treasure for the rest of their lives. Right, have you got your cup of tea ready? I've got a cup of tea ready. It's just normal English breakfast tea, and I have a cookie for later. I've been a bit hooked on these cookies. It's broken in half, never mind. Now, are you ready? Right. Thank you for joining me for another Tea, Treat and Travel. So today, I'd love to talk about different ways people book their holidays. So I'd love to know how you book yours. Do you use a travel agent? And I spent years and years building a relationship with a travel agent and doing exactly that. Do you spend hours researching online and comparing prices across all the different websites that are available to us? Or perhaps you book directly with the hotel or airline, depending on what you're doing. There are so many options available today. And over the years, I've tried most of them. Yeah, all of these approaches, especially the travel agents. When my children were little, I relied on the travel agents to do all of my hard work. But many people don't realize that a large number of the travel websites that we use are actually owned by two parent companies. Yeah, just the two. And when you think you're comparing lots of different providers, you may often be looking at brands that sit under the same corporate umbrella, which personally I don't think is very transparent. Yeah. But of course, booking through a travel agent can be a wonderful option. They provide expertise, knowledge, support, and a personal service. However, being the travel agent was never something that appealed to me personally. You might ask, why is that? Well, because travel agents spend a large amount of time researching holidays for clients, preparing quotes, answering questions, making amendments, often before the booking is even made. Sometimes clients change their mind. Maybe not once, maybe twice, maybe 3 times, you never know. And occasionally they don't even book. So it's a profession that requires a lot of dedication, patience, and hard work. And thank you to all travel agents. But it's not for me. Then there are timeshares. And I've owned a timeshare. So I know what I'm talking about here. So whilst people do enjoy them, like I did, they often come with long-term commitments. So you have a contract. So the one I had was for 99 years. There's annual maintenance fees. And again, they can be quite high. Mine was like £3,000. But on top of all that, you actually have to buy the timeshare, which can be the same as getting a small mortgage. Yeah. So it can be quite an expensive way of doing it. You have quite nice locations, depending on which timeshare you go with. But if you have a home site with a timeshare, so if you want to swap from your home site to a different site, that's additional costs. If you want to change the date, even if it's at the same home site, that could incur a cost. So there's always extra fees that they might add. So again, something I've done. And I enjoyed it. But when you know better, you do better. So I wanted something different. A few years ago, thank you, Paula, I discovered a travel membership community, and it completely changed the way I look at travel. So what attracted me wasn't just the potential savings, and I've made a lot of savings. It wasn't just the travel, and we have exactly the same travel as all the other sites that you might see, but at wholesale prices as opposed to retail prices. But what I love, what I absolutely adore, was that I found a positive, like-minded community of people who love to explore the world and creating memories, helping one another, enjoying life together. So I I have made friendships, traveled with amazing people, and experienced destinations that I might not have visited otherwise because I'm traveling on my own now. Yeah, my kids are grown up; they don't want to go with me. But saying that, I'm hoping to go to Bahamas in September with my daughter, my middle daughter. So for me, travel isn't simply about finding the cheapest deal, which more often than not we are. Um, it's about the connections, it's about the experiences, it's about creating memories with family. Like I said, I'm going away with my daughter and with friends. So next week I'm going to be in. Where am I going next week? Barcelona. So Barcelona next week and Bahamas in September. Too many bees. And we have this wonderful opportunity to do all that, for making the connections, for having the savings on your travel, for traveling alone but not being alone, for building a business. Again, being in business for yourself but not by yourself. So this opportunity we have is absolutely amazing. And there are other travel club memberships that you can go for. Do your own research, find what you think suits you, come and talk to me and just see what we do, because tomorrow is not promised. We don't know what tomorrow's going to bring us. I never expected to be a widow at 38. Yeah. So it's time to enjoy life now. And if you'd like to see how our membership works and learn more about what we do, I'd love to connect with you and introduce you to the wonderful Todd Strand. Todd hosts an information Zoom every Thursday at 6:30 UK time, where he explains everything clearly and answers any questions you might have. It's quite an informal little chat, and he'll have guests on that will tell you how they feel about the company as well. I'm quite often a guest speaker. And if that time, 6:30 on a Thursday evening, isn't convenient, we can always arrange another time that works better for you. I would love to hear from you. What has been your most memorable travel experience? Who were you with? Yeah. What made it special? I'd love to know. So pop your answers in the comments below. Travel is such a huge part of my life. It made a big difference when myself and my children, four young, very young children, was grieving for the loss of their dad, my husband. Travel made life better. Travel is there to de-stress you, to help you unwind, to just get you out of your day-to-day life. The minute you book a holiday, you're counting down the days. I'm going 5 days to go, 4 days to go. The minute you're at the airport, you're like, oh, what time's the gate going to open? You know, you just want to get on that plane and get going. And then when you're at your destination, you just relax. You take that big breath in and go, I'm here. Travel, I believe, is a absolute necessity, not a luxury, and it's something that helps their mental and physical well-being. So it's really important. So I want everybody to be able to travel and be able to afford to travel. So by finding out more about what we do, hopefully we'll make that affordability for you and show you how you can actually do more traveling, where you can travel more, travel better, and travel for less. And at the same time, maybe travel with me, travel with Paula, Daryl, or maybe all of us at the same time. We have been to many locations at the same time, like Barcelona next week. My mum hasn't been very well, so I'm a bit stressed about going away, but it'll be okay. But thank you for being here. Life is short. Travel brings healing, and I'm grateful for the journey. So I'll see you same time next week with another tea, treat, and travel with me.